Alright, we're into the Batman review. Now listen, when I saw this movie, I had no expectations for it, right? So I was going in completely blind, just hoping that it's a decent movie. You know, of course, we've seen The Dark Knight, we've seen The Dark Knight Rises, The Beginning, all these other Batman movies with Christian Bale and the other actors. So of course we all have our biases. To me, I really didn't have any because it had been so long since I seen the Dark Knight movie. But man, did this movie surprise me. This movie surprised me so much. What I will say that was the biggest thing that touched and made me feel like this is the universe, this is the DC world, is the atmosphere. The atmosphere was really gritty, really scary. Like that first scene, that I don't want to do too many spoilers here, but that first scene when you see the Riddler pop up, he definitely scared the shit out of me when I first saw it. But yet the atmosphere, can't say it enough, was well done in this movie. With this Batman movie, I would say that it's heavily focused on the detective side of Batman. Not mostly, there is some action sequences, of course, right? It's a bad movie, superhero movie, of course they gotta go big and grand, but it's not as actiony as some of these other movies. You definitely get to see how Batman is solving these crimes with Gordon, and how the Riddler is leaving things for him, and how he's piecing everything together, and how he's so far behind where the Riddler is. So you see all of these things a lot more in detail. And that's one thing I will say is that it's definitely a slow burn. That 3 hours they completely used. They did not waste a second, and that's one thing I appreciate. You know, nothing really felt that it needed to be cut. You know, I was always intrigued, never got bored. But you do feel those 3 hours. I would say that one criticism that I've seen for this movie is that Batman and Bruce Wayne are almost the exact same person, and I feel that makes perfect sense. You know, he's been Batman for 2 years. He probably wasn't anything within the public light before being the Batman as Bruce Wayne, if you know what I mean. Like, he probably wasn't in the public eye like that. He probably was really cut off from society before he became the Batman. So I would say that it makes sense for him to be a little bit cold, and for him to be so strong in his performance and not be so uplifting playing a public character. I think that in the later movies that hopefully we will see that dichotomy, and it will definitely be a split in personality. I really love how they casted Catwoman. She was very useful. I really loved her performance. And only is she a baddie, that's for one, but she definitely was. She played everything really well, and I loved how she was trying to save her friend. And I really love how they did Falcone. That was dope. I wasn't expecting for Catwoman to be the daughter of Falcone. And I liked how they went into the background of Batman's family and all of these things. So I guess my only gripe with the movie would probably be that things just felt a little weird in CGI wise. There was a point when Batman's jumping off the building and he was turning, trying to dodge a building, I think. And I think it just looked weird. And there are too long of shots that things felt kind of awkward, where they kind of zoom in on a character's face, and I'm like, okay, bro, we get it. You know, you don't have to just keep zooming in on Penguin's face. And I think switching into Penguin, I really love who they chose for Penguin. On top of the fact that I feel that they did the humor, because a lot of humor comes from the Penguin's character, I think was done really well. You never really felt the tone completely get destroyed by the humor. It's not like Marvel where they place jokes really badly. They placed a few little quips here and there, like the disappearing act and all of these things. This movie is really good. You know, I think they definitely did they thing with it. If I had to give it a little rating, I would say you should go see it, and I would see it again. That's basically my rating. But to put that in terms for you guys, it's a cool 9 out of 10 for me. Definitely. Comparing this movie to The Dark Knight, I would have to make almost a completely different video for that. But to give you my little bit of thoughts, I feel this Batman is the most realistic. This is a Batman that I can see in real life, that I can see being a real person. And I'm excited to see what the universe is like within these movies and how things are gonna play out. I really like this Batman way better than I like the one in the Justice League, especially if we're not talking about the Zack Snyder cut. Zack Snyder cut was really good. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Hopefully, shit, I fucked up. Hopefully, you enjoyed this little review I had, and have a good day.